grandma was like, "See, I told you about why you pimping with these girls." I was like, "What?" Yeah. And I don't know.
That's it?
No, it was more. I just can't describe it. You have to be
What
there.
the girl look like?
She's light skinned. Her name's she's light skinned. She's Dominican. I don't know what she is. I think she's Dominican. Something like that. She's not. She's mixed or something. But yeah, she's short-ish, like 5'4".
5'4"?
Mm-hmm. Maybe 5'3".
What happened to?
Yeah, I know. I'm not gonna do it though.
Okay. Anyway, so I guess starting this little interview up. So Dekai, introduce yourself.
My name is Dekai Crosby. I am 16. I go to Page High School. And yeah.
All right.
That was for me.
All right. So, how did your passion for basketball begin, and how has it shaped your life so far?
So, started. I was in elementary school playing basketball with them back in the day. Used to play basketball all the time. Thought I was crazy good. I was fucking ass. It's terrible.
Used to spit like a bulldog. I remember that.
Okay. Anyway, and then I saw Curry. I used to just want to shoot from really long distance for no reason. Did not make it at all whatsoever. Trying to shoot full court in elementary school. Not how that got. Made 2 times the whole year. Whole 5 years, my bad. But yeah.
Okay, you know you can talk to me, right?
But yeah. And how it changed my life. I feel like it changed my way in a positive way. Because obviously, I'm more in shape than I would be laying around not doing nothing. And it motivates me and builds competitiveness in my body, obviously. And yeah.
I feel like mine probably started when I was watching that. What's it called?
Kyrie highlights.
Nah. Curry Code, basketball. Like I used to want to be one of them. Like with my own special ability.
No,
I thought my special ability was the mid range.
Every time I play a game, I was like, let me get in the zone. I'm trying to get in the zone. Trying to go crazy. It never worked out.
Yeah. I want to talk to him about how you got cut in middle school. Like, how did that feel?
Didn't make it my 6, 7, or 6, 7, or 8.
But you only tried out your 8th, right? Oh, you tried out all? I didn't know that. I only tried out my 8th.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't try out your 7th? You lying?
I didn't try my 7th. I wasn't in school.
Yeah.
Tried 6 and 7. Didn't make it.
All right. What inspired you to start? What inspired you to start working out and your interest in parkour and calisthenics?
Parkour and calisthenics?
That was mostly me, but I said that was mostly me, but I guess you can answer your question.
Okay. Working out. So look, started when I noticed my dad. He has put a lot of energy into like whatever I wanted to do. He was always there. Like one time I played soccer, he spent a lot of money, bought me a lot of things, came to all my games, supported me, and I stopped because of grades and I didn't play. And then after that, I wanted to draw. I was drawing. He bought me a whole desk and like a whole lot of art supplies. And then it came to basketball. And I noticed I'm not gonna be wasting just like switching and like doing all this for me for nothing. So I might as well get the most out of it I can when I have the support. So it's like I really need to lock in.
You feel like you got a really good dad, like a really supportive dad?
Yeah, he is really supportive.
What was that one period of your life where you felt like he was just getting on your nerves the whole time? What was that about?
I don't know. I feel like yeah, I felt some type of way, but I just didn't understand. Because if I was doing what he did, spent all his time, money, effort, I would be mad too. You know, like if I didn't do nothing right, if I didn't make good grades and stuff. So that's probably why.
All right. Can you describe a moment in your basketball journey that taught you a valuable lesson?
Taught me a valuable lesson.
Like something that you can apply in your life, like how basketball really affected life.
If you don't work on it, you're never gonna get it. Cause, like, especially like, say you want to do this move or like trying to get better. If you don't work trying to get better, you're never gonna do it. Or if you don't put the work in, then how you gonna expect good results? So yeah.
That's a good one. Who am I be? I would probably be getting out of my comfort zone. Still not there all the way, but you won't ever see growth unless you get out your comfort zone. And I'd be feeling that like reflected, like how I don't like to get out of my comfort zone in real life. I'll be seeing that reflected on the court where I don't like to get out of my comfort zone and all different types of stuff. How have the challenges you faced in basketball, such as being on a JV team and quitting your AAU team, impacted your outlook on the sport?
You've got long hard about these questions, haven't you?
Nah, I put him in the JV team.
Repeat the question.
How have the challenges you faced in basketball, such as being on JV and quitting your AAU team, impacted your outlook on the sport?
Oh, okay. So about that, put on JV, I was like, dang, I really want to make varsity. But realized in my area, the varsity players were really good. But when I like went to like these crazy games and noticed like the other teams out of state would beat my varsity team easily, means I didn't get like a whole lot better for me to go anywhere. So if I'm on JV, that means I'm worse than like everybody. So I really need to lock in, get this work in.
What motivates you to keep improving yourself both physically and mentally?
Honestly, my dad, man, because I don't want him to spend a whole bunch of money and time for nothing, waking up in the morning before school, like 5 and 6.
Rest in peace, your dad's leg.
Huh?
I said, rest in peace, your dad's leg.
Yeah. But yeah. And honestly, I just like I don't want to get too far behind because I start out later. I didn't really start taking it serious until now, bro. And then actually have like a trainer. I kind of self-taught sometimes because I didn't do the right stuff. Wasn't working on it. I just planned.
What about like in life, physically and mentally?
What you mean?
Like in life, like what keeps you motivated to keep moving in life? Is it just all basketball, or is it like, if basketball doesn't work out, like what's your motivation to keep striving for something anyway?
I don't know. It's just me. Like I don't want to have. I used to have bad grades and stuff. Want to do that, but like, why would I want bad grades so I can easily get good grades? I just need to put a little work in. So you can always go more than what you think you can.
How do you balance your commitment to self-improvement with your school and basketball responsibilities?
So about that. So sometimes,
You don't?
No, I did. I started. I'm trying to learn. I realized that when you're in school for 7 hours, you're not playing basketball. It's meant for school. So if I have homework or teacher trying to get us homework, I get it done in school. I either not go to lunch, or if I have like a free period in school, I would focus on my work and stuff so I don't have to do it later at home and be tired after practice because I know I'm not going to do the work.
Makes sense. That's what I started doing like last year. I started doing work like during lunch and everything instead of I used to go to a specific classroom like Mr. Graham. You know Mr. Graham?
I go to his class too.
I used to go to his class during lunch, eat the chicken wings every day. All by myself doing my homework just so I didn't have to do homework.
Literally me right now. Or the gym or Mr. Graham class.
Mr. Graham funny.
Literally, you cool.
Is he a better teacher now or is he still trash? Last year you couldn't teach save
He,
life.
he I feel like it's a class sometimes, but he's cool. He's smart. He knows what he's doing. He just don't know how to do it good. Say that.
What are some specific self-improvement goals that you have set for yourself this year?
Especially ball handling, trying to handle the ball, because on this basketball team, not even about basketball, but let's talk about this right now. Because I haven't been playing guard basically my whole life. It's my first time actually having to handle the ball,
Mm-hmm.
and actually played guard position. And yeah, and outside of sports, self improvement. Always trying to get good grades. Remember my A coach Brent, Brent obviously. I went to the barbershop. Still used to play Grimsley. He's like, yeah, basketball, whatever. But what about school? He's like, you got all A's? I was like, nah. He's like, well, I heard you're a good student. You got A's and B's, but like you settling for on B's. Why don't you have A's? I was like, it's like changed my aspect of things. Like, yeah, I really could have A's, all A's if I like put the work in and stuff.
Yeah, I feel like if you try and get all your assignments done and you don't end up with an A, then that's perfectly fine. That's why I've ended up with A's this entire year just by doing that. But like if I wouldn't end up with an A, I would be perfectly fine with it because it's, at least you're trying. As long as you're trying, it don't matter what really come out.
Yeah, because even in basketball in school, I feel like if you try your hardest and you still didn't get it, that means you need to work harder and stuff like that.
How has your relationship with your family, especially dealing with divorced parents, influenced your personal development?
Well, my parents are divorced. Not like yours. My parents are divorced.
They're still married?
No, they never
Oh, they're broken up.
Same thing. But, well, honestly, I got more out of I feel like I would have got more out of it now than I would together. Because now I have a stepmom, I have like basically more family.
Two businesses.
Yeah, two families. Let's say that 2 families, 2 ways of support. So I got my mom on one side, everybody on that side. Like my mom especially, she would give me her last meal. Honestly, she'd give me her last meal for me to eat. Not her, she'd be hungry, starving. So she would do anything for them. And I have cousins that help me out if I get in trouble. You know what I'm talking about.
That's the mom's side?
Yeah. But yeah, and my dad's side, they're really they're all really like hardworking. They like work so hard. Especially my granddad, he's like 67, just got a retirement. He's still working. But yeah.
So I know for me, like my brothers, having brothers, it pushed me a lot. Like they used to bully me. My cousin used to bully me too. Like bullying was a big part of kind of figuring out who I am, or trying to, I guess, shape yourself. That's a whole other topic I could talk about. But bullying is good and bad at the same time. I definitely got bullied, but I got bullied for the right reasons. I got bullied for being fat. I got bullied for being lazy, stuff like that. Bad bullying would be like bully for being creative or like having a specific interest or something. That's bad bullying. But I got pause. But I got bullied like that. Is there any relationship with your sister that kind of impacts the way you impacts?
Honestly, yeah. It's not even about bullying. I just I didn't really clean. Like she washed dishes, she cleans up the house mostly, and she be like yelling at me all the time, telling me to clean up and stuff. And honestly, I feel like I should, cause first she's doing all the work. Second, if I don't clean, that's like on me, cause if I get my own place and stuff, then I'm gonna have to be forced to clean and stuff. So yeah.
Do you feel like you're pretty close with your sister, or just moderately close, or is it kind of just like fuck her sometimes?
No.
I'll push you off. Not literally.
But yeah, I'm close with her. Sometimes she does have an attitude, and it's like I don't want to see her anymore. Like just get away. She grown now. She 18.
Yeah, I feel like for me it's like my brothers. Even though I've fly with him. I argue with him. I used to hate Zay to the bottom of my heart when I was a kid. Like, he used to come in town from New York. I used to hate him. Like, I used to despise him. I used to see him. I probably used to make like a meme mug or something like that. Like, I really hated him. But now, you know, coming out of it, I feel like they're, you know, like some of the closest people to me in my life. And I'll definitely risk my life to save any of them. And PJ too. PJ didn't really got you know, she's not really completely conscious yet though.
Yeah.
She's only 3, but that's pretty good. What role does loyalty play in your friendships and your approach to life?
Honestly, like, you can really see how loyal your friends are, and if you like compare all the people you talk to, and see who would do stuff for you, even at your lowest, then it would be like not that many people. So it really shows like who I talk to, who I spend my time with, wasting my time talking to people when I can do other things. Notice that some girls I just talk to for like a week or a certain period of time, a couple months to that, and stop talking to them. And it's basically a waste of time. I could be doing something else. Stuff. Yeah.
So do you feel like in friendships, do you feel like you would just cut a friendship off if you can tell it's not loyal, or like, how do you feel about that?
Well, I wouldn't cut them off. Say at school, I would have I'll say associates. I'm not friends with you. You're cool and stuff, but I'll talk to you and stuff. But you're not like, I know you wouldn't do anything. Like, I wouldn't give my all to you, so because I know you wouldn't give my all to me.
All right, can you share more about your decision to quit soccer and how you feel it has affected you in your athletic path?
Well, soccer. I know I stopped playing it, but I feel like I would need. I'm pretty sure it would help now, because I'm gonna get a higher level of basketball. I'm gonna need more energy, and that brings up the stamina. In soccer, you need a lot of stamina to keep running back and forth. I don't know how I did when I was younger. I didn't get that back.
I just see a lot of videos that talk about how like playing different sports is like really good for you mentally, and like just getting better your body and stuff like that. Like I think it was Steve Nash played soccer. A whole bunch of other European guys played soccer that play in the Euro League. So I was just saying that like that's really good. But like what made you like soccer so much? Honestly, and like why did you decide to quit it?
Don't even know. And it just happened. Like growing up, I had friends, like my friend named Michael. I used to go to his house all the time. Yeah, we played basketball sometimes, but we was on the same soccer team. We played soccer, stuff like that. I thought that at the time I liked soccer way more than basketball. It was fun. I was good at it. That's what my dad said. And it was fun. Just running around. It's like I feel like I was younger. I had a lot of energy stored up, so good way to exert my energy. Stuff like that.
I feel like when I get kids, I'm gonna make them play. For one, I'll make them play every single sport that I can think of. At least
you don't have a choice.
Yeah,
I have a choice.
You gotta try out every single sport, and even if he doesn't like any of them, he's gotta at least work out. Like, it's fine if he doesn't play a sport. It's fine if he doesn't play basketball. If he doesn't play, whatever I may like, it's perfectly fine. But he's gotta do something, because I feel like that was something that I liked in my life when I was 2020. I was like 12, 11. Like, my parents didn't push me to do nothing. They didn't really care. My dad, I felt like his dad pushed him too much, so he didn't push me at all. My mom basically sugarcoated everything, like literally and like psychologically. Like, I was fat. Like, she had to sugarcoat everything. And but yeah, that's what was I talking about? Oh yeah, kids having yeah, I feel like that's why. But why did you decide to quit soccer?
Well, I didn't technically. I guess I just stopped playing it. Say that. Like, so I used to get in trouble all the time, and my dad was like, "Well, if you don't get your grades up, you're not gonna be able to play soccer." Yeah, never got my grades up, and haven't been playing. It's been like months and months went on, 2 years, 2 years, 3 years later, just didn't play. And yeah.
How do you handle setbacks or failures both in sports and in your personal life?
Well, say you have like a couple off days, like if it's back to back, it really gets frustrating, or you can't do something. Then honestly, I just stopped playing it. Honestly, I just stop playing it. Like chill out, get
Kinda
step away from it. To
take a step back.
And then come back to it with a different mindset, and just work harder. Cause like when I can't do something, I like get mad at myself, down on myself. So you chill out for a second, and you go back to it, calm down, slow down, see what's wrong, figure out the problem, and then fix it.
That's a really good approach. Usually, I don't even know if I do that. I guess I kind of take a step back, but that's for like an hour. Like I would just sit in the room, staring at the ceiling for like an hour.
Be like, what's wrong with me? Why can't I do this?
And I almost always end up coming to the conclusion that whenever failure comes my way, I just need to like figure out and like learn that the only way you can get better is through failure and learning from your failure. So that's the only way that like, I actually figure out how to do stuff. What are some core values that guide your decisions and actions on a daily basis?
Honestly, just have fun. Honestly, if you do something and you don't have fun, then honestly, I don't even know. I just do it. Do it. Whatever happens, happens. Honestly,
I'll be thinking that like when I'm playing basketball. Honestly, middle school, I kind of enjoyed it. Not like it was some fun parts of it, obviously, but you know I wasn't really getting playtime. You know everything just really stressed me out. High school freshman year didn't get playtime. Once again, really stressed me out. I didn't like it, right? So I never really enjoyed playing basketball until this recent season when I played JV and varsity this season. When I went up to varsity practice after JV practice, that was when I actually had fun because the JV practice was horrible. I hated the JV practice, right? I mean, nothing to do with my cousin. It was just a lot of running. You know, the other coach, he had some questionable decisions, but you know he's learning too. Gotta stay. What's that word? Gotta stay patient with him. But yeah, that was really way to figure it out. So sometimes on the court, I still get stressed out. I still get in my head. I still stay in my little box, my comfort zone. I gotta think, let me just get out the comfort zone. Let me do all this stuff, and then it kind of just makes me like chill, and then makes you a lot better too if you have fun at what you're doing. Like I know Luka talks about it a lot. Heard Kyrie talk about it a couple times. You have fun like whatever you're doing, really. What's it called? Improves, rapidized, whatever. Fastens. It really helps your improvement. That's all I'm trying to say.
Rapidly improves you.
Yeah, rapidly. Really rapidly improves you. Whatever it is.
Skills.
What did I just ask you? How do you handle setbacks? What are your core values? Okay, so now on the next one. How do you envision your future in basketball and beyond?
How do I envision? Well, when I was younger, I used to have dreams, like me playing basketball when I'm older and stuff. And some of those dreams came true. I mean, like getting better, dunk the ball. I have dreams about dunking, but I couldn't dunk. But honestly, now I don't have dreams. It just try to go as far as I can. You know, some people, like very small people, are a chance you make it to the league. I understand. Still want to get there or get as far as I can. You're not just playing college, be a coach, whatever. But just have fun. That's all about it. If you have fun with what you're doing, then I don't see no problem.
Yeah, for me, I feel like as long as I keep living in the present, whatever else happens, it'll just work itself out. Like with basketball, if I keep playing, I make it somewhere, that's great. If I don't make it nowhere, that's cool. As long as I stay true to who I am, as long as I, keep trying to improve myself in whatever it is, then I feel like it's inevitably going to lead me to somewhere where I'm happy in life or somewhere where I end up in the right spot. That's just, I feel like, because like when my mom asked me, when my dad, my granddad, when people ask me what I want to do when I go there, don't have a damn clue.
Yeah, I don't have a damn clue.
As long as I just keep being me, it should figure itself out, I feel like.
And honestly, with basketball, you start having like a lot of connections. You get to know like a whole bunch of people. You get to know like everybody. And
Yeah, the
I feel
connection
like,
is pretty crazy.
yeah, I feel like when you're older, when you like, it's good. My uncle always said it's good to have connections. Like even if you don't do anything, you can like, oh, I know a guy that can like take me somewhere, has like own something,
Mm-hmm.
or say, you know, a guy that owns a restaurant. You can get eat there free. A person that does hair,
Mm-hmm.
like can twist your hair or cut your hair free, because you have that connection. So even where you don't play basketball, you still have connections where other people do stuff to help you in life.
That's what that's what my dad got for sure. Especially him staying in Greensboro, he know everybody
Yeah. And, oh, you party son.
everywhere.
Literally.
Talk some more about your uncle actually, because your uncle seems like a very interesting person. Like just talk about his personality, what he does, what you know that I feel like is impressive that he does.
So it's pretty cool. He doesn't. I don't know where he works. He just talks to a lot of people,
Mm-hmm.
and he's very chill. He's like kind of go with the flow. Kind of dude. Just enjoy his life. Anywhere he goes, sees the good side of things,
Mm-hmm.
and travels. That's the main thing he do. He goes to Arizona. What's it called? Washington.
And you don't know what he does for work, right?
No,
It's just mysterious.
Yep. I'll go to the store. He's like, "You want something?" It's like, "What job? What money you got? How you gonna buy you something?" I was like, "Yeah." And he eats. He like eats healthy. He like just he's a cool
Just
person
figure out.
to hang
Like
around.
you got to figure it out.
Yeah, somehow, some way he does it.
I don't know your uncle. Have you ever had any deep conversation with your uncle? Have you ever
It
overheard your
depends.
dad talking to him or something?
Yeah, it depends.
Or you
Like
think he's not
we
the
have
type
it.
for deep conversations?
He's not a type to have a deep conversation, he'll argue with you, but
Just
like
won't go deep, really.
nah. Or maybe this is about basketball. He guys like another to go back to. He said, "What you gonna do? Basketball and workout, or what you gonna do after?
Mm-hmm.
What you gonna do when you grow up?" He talks about like what I should do. What's a good like way to start, stuff like that.
Now I think about it, I got an uncle pretty similar. I just never thought about it. My uncle owned a business, Gately Doors. Him and Will working together. Will just started helping him out with it. They basically come to your house, install doors, stuff like that. And like every now and then, like he'll just come up to you, just start trying to drop some bomb on you, like some deep conversation bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Like he loves deep conversations. I don't know about the meditation stuff and all that, but
He doesn't. Another thing, yeah, a lot of people believe in God. That's why I say he's not believing God. He's not on one side. He believes there's a creator. Believes like somebody did something.
I'm kind of similar. I feel like with religion, there's no way for us to know what is actually up there.
Yeah.
So like some people choose to believe in this, some people choose to believe in that, and I feel like that's fine all different ways. But for me, I have no clue what's up there. It could be God, it could be
something else.
You know,
never know what
Allah. It could be anything. So I feel like I try to combine like the golden rules, all the stuff that's similar in all the different religions. Try to follow those as almost like a rule book because then it's the highest chance of actually getting somewhere after the afterlife. Just preparing yourself spiritually, for whatever ends up actually happening.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are some memorable experiences or achievements in your life that you're proud of?
That's a good question. The main thing, let's go back to it, my grades. I used to be a bad kid, used to get F's all the time. D's, I thought D's were good. Wasn't. My sister used to get all A's. She had all A's.
Disappointment, huh?
Yeah, she had all A's since what? All A's since middle school, and I was like, dang. I realized I want to get that, and when I actually got it, I was like, dang, I made it.
So what do your grades look like this year and this past year in high school?
Past year?
Freshman year and sophomore year.
Freshman year, still I got maybe one C, all A's and B's. This year, I have we got quarters. So last quarter I had all A's.
Mm-hmm.
This year, I have B's and A's. So yeah, I've been definitely getting them up.
I feel like in class, like almost a secret to do it that helps not only with just school but like everything in life is to really try to focus while they're
Yeah.
talking. Because if you can focus on that, something super boring, like you'll be able to focus on anything you want in your life, whether that's getting into the zone in the basketball court, whatever it is. If you're just distracted the whole time, it makes everything harder. So I feel like if you put 100% into almost everything you do, even if you don't really rock with it or whatever, it'll lead you out somewhere, helping you in some way. So I feel like that's what I've been working on this past sophomore year. Really just sitting in class trying to pay attention.
Another thing, like we're basically juniors. Like I remember just going to high school as a freshman.
Yeah.
Looking at all the older people, like dang, they about to graduate.
I remember getting back to school. My mindset, like, is still going in the 8th grade year. That's where like every time I think about it, I'm like, damn, I was just in 8th grade.
Yeah,
like what happened? I feel like almost like how children basically aren't even conscious until a certain point. I feel like I've had 2 levels of consciousness. I feel like I wasn't conscious that first period, right? And then from then until like COVID, because COVID, I was like depressed. I was messed up in the head, right? I used to stare at the wall all the time. I'm not gonna say I was suicidal, but I was no. Like I used to stare at the wall and just start thinking, super deep.
Yeah, I used to like think like, dang, I'm like a person. Like, how am I a person?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Like, I don't know about that.
No, you look at my hands like, how am I even made? Like, how am I?
Sometimes I do be looking down, and I'm like, yo, I'm like, this is me. Like, I look at myself in the mirror, I'm like, yo, this is me. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But what I was saying is, I'm not gonna say I was suicidal, but it was a couple times. I definitely thought about it.
I definitely had too.
It was one time that I was like, comes in my head. I prayed to God that He struck me down with lightning. One time I was in the car. My brother was at the baseball field. Maybe, I don't know what was happening. But I was sitting in the car by myself. I was probably crying, right? Just sitting there. I was like, man, God, strike some lightning on me or something. And it didn't happen. But, it was a time this year when I thought I was going to die. Like, I thought I was going to fall asleep and I was just going to die in my sleep or something. Because I got home, right? It was late. And this was probably the most present I felt in my life. Like, really in the moment. I went outside, looked outside. In the trees, I seen little not statues, little figures of like death multiple times. Like I look up here, it's like the trees making like a little silhouette of, is his name Death? The dude with the axe. The Reaper, whatever. I seen little silhouettes of them on the way home. I seen them in like the bushes and stuff like that. So that night, like I said goodnight to my dad, love you, gave him a hug, said goodnight to everybody, made sure, I was really living in the moment as if, because I really thought I was gonna die, so I was really living in the moment. So I felt what it was like to really live in the moment. I woke up next day, I was perfectly fine. But I do feel like that's really good. Like a lot of people live like they're never gonna die. They end up dying like they never really lived, right? So it's someplace, the happiest country in the world. I forgot where it is, but they were talking about how they hold something like really close to them or like with them at all times, and it reminds them that they're going to die. And that's just really one of the keys to happiness. What was the question? Oh well. How has training with the new basketball trainer influenced your skills and mindset?
So, mindset part, I realized I have a really, really, really long way to go. I feel like when he does stuff, I have been getting frustrated. I was like, why can't I do this? The reason is because I never really worked on it. But like a whole bunch of new things that I never did before that I was good at, but I need to get a lot better. Remember, last week I was doing a move, thought it was good. He's like, why are you going so slow? I was like, what you mean? I'm going as fast as I can. And realized I need to get faster and better.
That's one thing that definitely helps me. Like I be training, I be thinking, no, I don't even need to go out. Like I'm like, I got everything right here. I'm getting tough. I go out there, I realize, it's still like when you go out there, it's still so much stuff that you didn't realize. Like I was in my own little world right there. I go leave the little world. I'm still getting fried, right? Because I end up realizing it's mental stuff that goes with it. It's not just the move this. It's you gotta learn how to read or react. Learn how to do stuff at the exact time. Yeah. and that's really what I've been working on recently, trying to get in there with players that are better than me on all different skill levels. That's really, I guess, helped me become a better player in all different ways. Try to get something out of all of them.
Another thing with the trainer, he said it's not about how fast you can go. It's about changing like pace. Like a lot of players, say another like slow player, he's not really slow. He just knows how to use his speed. Like he'll go slow and go fast. Sometimes Kyrie do that. He'll go slow, hang the ball, and like explode out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And go. So I've been going like 100, like just try to go fast all the way. But sometimes it's good to go slow, so you can beat your defender, have him stunned, and blow right past him.
Speaking of ball handling, like strategies, getting low, I feel like that's almost like getting out my comfort zone too. Because naturally, I stand almost straight up. Like getting low, I'm getting low more, but I literally had to sit in my room, stretch. I had to do a whole month of training without a basketball, just trying to just straight up learn how to get low. It was like a whole portion of my leg right there, kind of close to my butt, kind of my hamstring area, right? It was just sore as freak the whole time because, I've never used those muscles. I really got to get out my comfort zone to do that. And sometimes, like when I'm playing in open runs or whatnot, I got to think to myself, like, yo, get low because you got to be able to do that now. So I feel like that's another get out your comfort zone thing. And that's why I like ball handling. I feel like ball handling, you really got to get out your comfort zone to be good at it. Like Kyrie tries stuff he never did before. That's like the definition of getting out your comfort zone.
Yeah, still to this day, I still have problems getting low. And it's like, you might not see a point in somewhere else you do, but it's about doing it. So if you in that situation, you know how to do it.
How do you see the role? How do you see the role of physical fitness and overall personal development?
I feel like if you're like, I feel like it's always good to like stay in shape. Like it's always good to stay in shape. You feel healthier. You don't feel as lazy. Like you're more productive that way. Say that. And like mentally, it's like say you're in the bed and you want to wake up earlier. You like in bed, you sleeping all morning, and you wait, procrastinate. So if you're like in shape, you be like, oh, let me get up and work out, and you're like I feel like when I do that, then my day is better. Instead of just laying in bed all day and stuff like that.
Especially when you wake up early and do that, kickstart your day.
Yeah.
But I feel like the physical part, staying in shape, that's like on my path to become the best version of myself. 'Cause that's one of the things that really motivates me. Like I feel like if I can become the best version of myself, not only will I have lived like the best life that I could have, but I will have also been like the most prepared for whatever's afterlife, right? So I feel like that comes up physically too. I want to, I'm really blessed with the body I got. Even just the fact that I got 4 limbs. It's a whole bunch of stuff that I'm blessed with, right? So I feel like I need to reach just the peak version of myself, physically and mentally. I feel like that's like my dream. That's why I kind of started up with, parkour, calisthenics, stuff like that. Like I just want to be like damn near like a prime human. Like niggas gonna think I'm superhuman or something. Like that's just really my goal. And like mentally too, obviously. It's definitely some things that I worked on. Like one thing, like gay, right? I used to be pretty homophobic, right? I mean like 3 months ago, super homophobic.
Yeah.
But then, I started watching a whole bunch of more videos, a whole bunch of Buddhist stuff, a whole bunch of, stuff like that, and it's made me realize like you really gotta. I mean, I wouldn't be gay, but like you really gotta accept people for who they are and stop like judging them, right? So personally, I feel like don't come like impacting on me, but if you want to achieve that absolute peak like mindset, you can't worry about anybody else at all. So like that's like a little thing right there, just worrying about like, yo, like why is this dude gay? Holding some hatred for people. If you're just absolutely kind to everybody, don't hold any hatred for anybody, then that's no judgment for anybody. That's one of the core, I don't know if that's exactly a core principle, but that's a big thing talked about in Buddhism, like when my recent research with it. So I feel like, don't know what I feel like. I was just talking.
Well, no.
I don't know what the question was.
Honestly, speak on that more. I still don't like that, like gay people. I don't know what it just aches me, like disgust.
Yeah.
I like that. But I notice I'm gonna have to deal with it. Nowadays, a lot of people are gay. And I'm in class with this gay dude, and teacher had put us in groups randomly. I had to work with him. I was like, well, yeah, I can like not like stuff, and but end of the day, I still have to work. I still have to get something done.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I still have to like get through that and like work with it. My dad said, you gonna have like stuff in the way when you're trying to work. You still have to to get it done. So yeah.
Yeah, I feel like with that, I'm like that gay right there. That could have been pushed on us by society. Like personally, I still don't. I no longer dislike gay people. I just don't understand them because I'm like, yo, if you want to reproduce, if you want to, but I'm like, whatever, you got it.
I just don't understand.
Yeah, but I feel like that was another awakening thing for me. I'm trying to figure out like who I truly am, like without all the extra stuff, without the addiction to the internet, without trying to be like everybody else, like who I am individually. So I had to really push off. That was one thing I actually successfully did, and I pushed off like the beliefs around us, because that's might be one of the big reasons why we started off homophobic, just the people that surround us. And I figured out like, yo, why am I actually homophobic? And it's not that I was homophobic, it's not that I was homophobic. It was just that I didn't understand them, right? I feel like if I was in your shoes, I just wouldn't be gay. Yeah. So I figured out, yo, I'm not actually homophobic. I just don't understand them. I was just thinking I was because everybody around me. So for like another person, they might even think like, yo, I like gay people. Maybe I like being gay. Whatever it is, like as long as you truly understand yourself and it's not.
That's good. I'm gonna go back and say that.
As long as you fully understand yourself and you realize like, that other people's opinions on you don't matter, and you become like your true version of yourself, then I feel like the rest don't matter. And that's how I know for a fact that I'm not gay. Like there's some people out there, like the most homophobic people you ever meet, they'll actually be secretly gay, right? I know that I'm not gay because, what I just said, right? Because I'm not, it's not other people projecting on me not to be gay. I'm just not gay.
You can say, why don't you what? Anything is not gonna help. It's not gonna help you.
I mean, I feel like that's even better though, because like, I really realize most people don't actually know if they're gay or not.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, okay, I'm not gonna lie. It was a point in my time, like you said, I gay with your friends and stuff, and I was like, hold up, am I actually pause? But
I feel like everybody's had to think about that or something.
Yeah, I was like, am I actually gay? Like,
I feel like
I thought about it, like, fuck no.
Yeah, if you scare yourself away from that conversation, then you won't actually know. Like you could secretly be gay. You could, it could be a gay guy that walks by. You're just like, ew, what is that? Because you're scared to, whatever. That's why the most homophobic people be really gay. But I'm not saying I tried being gay.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm still not saying that. But like just the fact that I had to say that, that's how you know that like society's like the impact. I'm scared of being judged for even thinking about being gay. I didn't really.
Well,
I didn't think about being gay. I thought, okay, am I gay?
Yeah.
And I was like, no. And if you're scared to ask yourself that question, then
you might be gay.
You really might be gay.
Yeah.
So that's just a topic of conversation about, what was the question? Physical fitness.
We got the physical fitness of being gay.
What are some deep life questions or themes that you find yourself thinking about often?
Some deep life questions.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna call my dad. No, I'm literally right back.
Oh shoot.
Oh. Don't worry, it's only like 2 more questions.
What are some deep life questions?
Yeah.
Don't even know. I just be going with the flow. Sometimes I'll be like, thinking to myself, like, I hear a lot of people be like, live in the moment, or some people live in the past. I was like, well, I'm gonna live in the moment, and whatever happens, happens. I just do whatever.
Live in the present?
Yeah. But you also have to like reflect back and be like, say you like as a child used to get in trouble or you used to do something, get hurt. You're not gonna do it again, obviously. But you still have to live in the present because you're not in the live in the present. Live in the present because you're not in the past. Yeah.
Learn from the past.
Yeah. Learn from the past.
Learn from the past. Live in the present.
Yeah.
Prepare for the future.
Yeah. That.
Just made that up. quote that, right?
That's tough.
For me, based off One Piece, right? I've been thinking about it. You know, like the whole thing of One Piece, right? You know, the pirates are all going out looking for the One Piece. I feel like that at the end of the story is going to end up getting flipped around so that they can really see what's about the journey. So I feel like everybody's, you know, One Piece is different. You know, everybody's big question, everybody's, you know, what I want to become is different. And I feel like as long as you're on that journey to go somewhere, you will have improved drastically. You will have lived a good life, right? As long as you have somewhere that you want to go, right?
Yeah.
I mean, even if you don't, if your One Piece is just being happy, right? That's as long as you really work for that, you know, somewhere along the way, things gonna happen. It's gonna work out for you.
Yeah, because honestly, like say you had a goal. Once you attain that goal, then what you have left? You had the experiences and what you did to get there, and it's all about the journey, not always about the goal or the treasure.
That's another thing. I had to get the book because I forgot how to answer this question. I remember I wrote it down. So one day, oh yeah. So it's like an internal compass is almost what I call it. Like if you think about anybody that you like really respect, whether it's Michael Jordan, whether it's Luffy from One Piece, whether it's Gandhi, whether it's Buddha, whether it's Jesus. I mean, I guess Jesus. Whether it's, I mean, not saying not to respect Jesus. It's like, for what I was about to say, I don't know if it counts. But, no, whether it's Jesus, whether it's Albert Einstein, no, literally everybody that I personally respect, everybody that I believe deserves respect, has a really strong internal compass. So, like, they know what they want. You know, they're not impacted by society. Because you think about it, you know, Albert Einstein was probably called freaking crazy, right? People thought he was insane. But I feel like if you want to get there, you know, even Luffy in One Piece, at the beginning of the show, he was getting called crazy by everybody. Yeah. But everybody that makes it anywhere has to say, I don't care what y'all think. You know, I got my internal compass, and I'm staying strong to my beliefs. And not just, you know, I know what I want to do, but also almost like they have their own religion, I guess you can almost call it. Like, their religion is staying true to themselves. So, like, some people got to read a Bible. Some people got to read, like, some commandments, something to, you know, live a good life. That's kind of like what it is. It's like let's say I know that I don't like lying, right? If I never lie in my life, like that's really staying true to your like your internal compass. Like, I'm trying to think of an example. Now, let's say Sanji, right? You know Sanji from One Piece. I'm gonna stand with the One Piece right now. Sanji would never hit a woman. Like, literally, like, he would die before hitting a woman. That's because he's staying so true to his internal compass that, like, you know, it just deserves respect right there. Zoro was about to let the dude kill him because he says scars on the back of a swordsman is a disgrace. Like, that's really the truth. Like, if you stay strong to your internal compass, what you believe in, I feel like that's gonna lead you to wherever it is. Yeah. Whatever it happens to be.
Yeah. And after that, when you get somewhere, then they end up respecting you.
How important is your friend group to your sense of identity and support system?
Honestly, I feel like my friends, they push me. Like, maybe I don't want to do something one day. They'd be like, yeah, you trying to go hoop, trying to go hoop, play basketball. Well, I just wanted to chill that day. And they do it. It's like, it's better. I felt like it was good for me to get out and do that. Yeah. Instead of just laying down and doing nothing all day.
Yeah, sometimes you really need people that push you, and I feel like if your friends don't actually push you,
are they good friends?
That's not the people you want to be around.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna throw any names, but I do got a friend that don't really push me, right? If anything, you pull me, and that's where I feel like, you know, I seen a really good video about it. It's on my phone, but like a quote I'll show you after. But like, if they're not pushing you, then they shouldn't be in your friend group, right? If they're not propelling you forward, then they're basically keeping you stuck there. Damn, the quote was really good. I wish I could remember it, but I can't remember it, right?
Yeah, my dad also said, you need friends to push you. Like, if they don't have the same, say, ideals then they're not gonna help. They're not helping
Yeah.
you. So what you want to do in life? So y'all gotta have like the same, not goal, but same. You know what I'm trying to say? Same thing you like want to do, like same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. Like, I really feel like if you really like a show or if you like anything, they can really reflect everything up, like back off to your life. Like One Piece, I was about to bring up another thing. Like, it really reflects a lot of stuff onto my life. Avatar, Last Airbender, love that one too. Those two are like my all-time favorites, right? Reflect a whole bunch of stuff. But just like in One Piece, I feel like as I go along in life, you know how Luffy travels along the Red Sea or whatever, or the whole ocean looking for the One Piece, basically just living his life. He picks up friends as he goes, and each of these friends has their own, values or whatever, and they're not all necessarily going to the same goal, but they all have a similar sense of, I don't know, like whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
I can't even find a word for it.
I can't find a word either.
Like, that's probably why Luffy never talks about it. Every time he sees somebody, he's like, yo, I just want you on my crew. Like everybody else, like, why? He just like, oh, I don't know. I just really like this guy. You can't even really talk about it. I don't even know what to call it. But I feel like that's just how friendship in life goes.